All right, coming at you with a first time real reaction here. A couple buddies put me up to this. One of them said, big props to whoever tries this thing first and can keep it down and doesn't puke. This is the new Cool Ranch Doritos Papadia. All of these new products, I think of them as Doritos Locos Monsantos. We're gonna give this a whirl and see what it do. Oh, and I'm having this the only way you can with a Mountain Dew to make sure there are no survivors. You want as many toxins and dyes in your body as possible. I'm probably gonna have to drink a gallon of water when I get home and do a cleanse for a week, but we'll see what the fuck is up. All right, so it's kind of a taco, or like, yeah, you folded a pizza over, except you sprinkled a bunch of Dorito-ish, preservatives and salt on the outside. Trying to do this one-handed here. Let's see. That grease is pretty hot. Golly. Yeah, so I'm burning my hand off, and let's see what we got here. Well, it tastes like ranch. Tastes like ranch. And it looks like they also included a side of ranch in case I run out, so that's thoughtful. I ordered steak. They offered beef, chicken, steak. I got steak. I haven't bit into the meat yet. But so far it's about what I expected, but not bad. Kind of better than I figured. But I've also I just got off of a shift at a factory. And I don't eat at work. I work better if I don't eat. After I eat, I get sleepy. Probably fall asleep on the way home. But it's better than I thought. Not too bad. The other thing I was going to say, if you're wondering why I'm eating this in a car, there's two reasons. One, Papa John's doesn't have any seating. You can't sit down in there. So that's kind of an important reason. Also, throwing back the Wednesday here reminds me of being broke. Back when we were younger, me and my cousin Pat would go get some Fat Mo's and sit in the car and chow down outside Melrose Billiards, and then go down in there and try to learn how to play pool, and we sucked really bad. But yeah, somehow we just lived on, fast food and grease and cigarette smoke back then. And, now we got to do, health food and yoga and Reiki and crystals and whatever the fuck. But, I wanted to go classic for this one experience here. One thing that's fun about this is that yesterday I was actually eating some of the most authentic tacos that you can get in the US of A. In this place, Casa de, Miguel Taqueria, #2, something like that. They make their own tortillas. It's as legit as it could possibly be. I was the only cracker in there. If it has a really generic name with a number in it, it's probably pretty legit. This is the opposite of that. This is basically chemicals. It's all just chemicals, because the U.S. government subsidizes companies that control your food sources so that you will be as fat and lazy and stupid as possible, which is why Europe outlaws half the shit that's in our food. But it seems like it tastes good. I will say, this gets to be kind of a mess here. Like, real tacos get to be kind of a mess. And honestly, so do all the Frito-Lay chips, you know. Cheetos, probably the worst offender. Cool Ranch, also an offender. You know, you eat half a bag of those, and if you don't clean your fingers off, they're a fucking mess. But so, yeah, that fake cheese down there, or whatever it is, that's gonna be a problem. But honestly, the same thing would be true with, like, Taco Bell. You know, I don't eat Taco Bell anymore because I'm an adult, but I'm not in high school. I do think the Tri-Channel's hilarious, and they had a fun video about Taco Bell, and it kind of put me in mind of it. I hadn't eaten any for about 20 years, and the food was forgettable, but the freeze was actually really good. So the Taco Bell freezes are a hidden gem. But yeah, this is the same general wheelhouse. I will say it seems like Papa John's really lost sight of what brought him to the dance. Kind of a corny old man pet peeve is that, you know, pizza places feel like they have to sell wings and, you know, Doritos, Locos, Monsantos in order to make money. But the thing is, people buy it, and if there's a market for it, they're gonna try and make money, and it does make money because idiots love watching football and ordering fake food. So here we are. And it's not that bad, but you also know exactly what you're getting on the front end. You know what this is going to be. You know it's not real food. This is not like an authentic Italian restaurant, you know, post Food Network. This is the stuff that we ate back in the 80s and 90s before the Food Network happened. We didn't know any better. I will say, you know, just one more bonus point about eating in the car is context matters, and it's kind of funny to be sitting and eating this thing, you know, with like a Waffle House and an AutoZone and a Tractor Supply all around you, all four food groups, just to remind you that nothing is real, and like how not Amish your lifestyle is. You don't know where your food comes from or what's in it. You know, you're chasing dollars that at this point don't even exist anymore. It's a bunch of numbers on a screen. And, you know, this is the food version of that. And you'll notice some bad editing here because I'm taking breaks from running my yap to actually eat this thing because I am hungry. But now that I'm getting into the second half, you see another potential issue here. Yeah, got some grease in it. If you're one of those people who gets out a napkin and like blots the top of the cheese on a pizza, if you're one of those, this is not for you. Definitely got some oil here. And you know, this is not a pizza, but it's sort of got the pizza grease to go with it. It's kind of the worst of both worlds. You don't really, yeah, if we're gonna actually be a food review for a second, you know, like I grew up on Doritos. We all did. Still got a soft spot for fake food, even though I'm getting too old for it. I gotta go to the hospital every time I eat anything. This doesn't have the crunch of a Dorito. Doritos at least have crunch. Doesn't have the crunch of a Dorito. It's got the grease of a pizza, and it's got the ranch taste, and you know, whatever all that is. If you ever fuck up a frozen pizza, this is kind of what it looks like, this inside here. It's really not bad. Some of why I'm shitting on it is just for laughs. But I guess what I would say is it's not bad if you're a teenager. Like high schoolers probably think this is awesome. It's not bad if you're an adult. It's not bad, but it's not good. You know, like go to a local place owned by actual people who want your business and get real Italian food. Or if you're in high school, eat garbage and still feel great and not have to sleep or, you know, consume nutrition or anything. Yeah, honestly, now that I think about it, back when I was alive, I probably would have dug this. You know, so if you're between the ages of 10 and 24, go for it. If you're 30 or 40, maybe not so much, and definitely not if you're trying to impress a girl or her parents or whatever. But yeah, you know, when I was about 10 years old, you know, we didn't have farming or whatever yet. And Papa John's was like the good pizza. That was the hot new shit, because other than that, you had like Domino's and Little Caesars and Mr. Gatti's. And the scale kind of went Papa John's first, Gatti's second, Little Caesars, Domino's dead last. That's kind of how that went. But I gotta say, the mighty have fallen a bit, and I think part of it's time and perspective. The kids who don't know any better and still enjoy things, they probably still think Papa's awesome if they don't know any better. Once you're old, you turn into a snob. That's how it goes. Gotta take a sip of this delicious beverage here to go with this product that it belongs to. They're two of a kind. Why would you enjoy this any other way? You remember on soda commercials when they would always be like how you feel after mowing the grass in July? So I've come to a conclusion here that would also belong in a real review. I sort of feel like either actually eat Doritos or just actually order a pizza. They're trying too hard. They're reaching. You know, they should warm up before they stretch like that. They're trying a little too hard to mix these two different things that kind of fundamentally don't go together. You know, the only thing that's really supposed to be crispy on a pizza is crust, if you're doing thin crust. And maybe we could talk about, you know, maybe pepperoni or something if it's thin. But, you know, a pizza is not a hard shell taco, is what I'm saying. And, you know, Doritos are supposed to be crispy. They're not soft. If they're soft, you fucked up. They're stale. So this thing can't be both. It's too soggy to be Doritos. It's too crispy to be a pizza. I would say just get the other ones. If you're a kid and you can still enjoy things and you're still alive, get both. Get a mass market pizza and some Doritos. Because you'll feel good no matter what. You know, if you're 10 or 18 years old, you'll eat pizza and Doritos and then go bounce on a trampoline half an hour later and feel fine. Whereas, you know, after this soda, I'm going to have a hangover for 4 days. But they're trying too hard to combine things that don't belong together. It's not as crispy as Doritos should be. It's not as soft as a pizza should be. So, if you're in high school, you'll love it. If you're an adult, leave it alone. That's my review.